International arms trade affects people's lives on very, very basic levels. I don't think it's just the arms trade. I think it's any efforts that go into militarising a state or structures. So they affect people's lives about where they can go, what they can do, how much they can earn, how safe they are, how safe their family is. If you're looking at places like the CAAT in Burma, you're looking at militarised oil fields, similar in a way to Nigeria, which affected people's human rights, you know, on the most basic levels. The right to life, the right to fair trial, the right, to live out without fear of torture. The most basic human rights. I think the problem with the government promoting arms exports, first of all, it actually is bad for good governance, that the government is promoting the very companies it's also going to be procuring equipment from. So it's bad for good governance. It actually confuses the government's role of what it does. That's the first one. The second one is the government's job is to regulate, not to pump prime arms companies. Thirdly, the social impact of arms companies is hugely questionable, and we should be opposing it. We shouldn't be encouraging it. You can't claim the moral high ground internationally if you're arming people who are just a bunch of thugs and murdering arses. Well, firstly, the arms industry is subsidised. It has the Export Credit Guarantee Department, it has what was DSO, but is now UK DSO, I think it is. There are various methods of pump priming the economy and of supporting the arms industry. So it's subsidised. That, if you look at the Export Credit Guarantee Department, they have people queuing up to get business, to do business. People are going to get jobs. Jobs will be created if the arms industry wasn't there. That's the first point. Secondly, actually, if you look at the work that the government supports, that money could be used elsewhere to create jobs. If people are, and there is a real threat that people would lose jobs in the short term. If you look at all the stuff that groups like Basics did in Oxford, where they actually sort of said, look, if you're skewering the economy, so actually if you took that money out and reinvested, you create more jobs. I think we have to look at it from that point of view. I'd also sort of argue that there are some jobs that you could say, well, they're not worth doing because morally they're wrong. CAAT does amazing work in its research work, but also in its continual opposition to the arms fair over in the Docklands. Its continual opposition to Britain's exporting policies, and that's really great. The new government are absolutely determined to outdo the old government promoting arms sales. They actually even accused Labour of being slightly squeamish about arms sales, which isn't true. If the new government is saying we want to sell more weapons to more people, that means actually more people suffer as a result. This is not okay.